I had no idea the incredible, like, mind-altering, life-bending reality I was headed for. I had no idea. It was like a living hell. I was completely in the dark that I was headed for that. So after those tapers, I wasn't surprised I had some depression symptoms and that I had some negative symptoms and feelings and stuff. And I just was like, well, this is where my self-care comes in. This is where being intentional and just letting myself heal and work through this. And so I did that for like 5 months. But I noticed it was getting darker and weirder and harder. But I'd also gone through some life changes, but it was getting like dark. And I was starting to have really physical symptoms, like whole body chills and feelings of doom just like flood over me. It's like into very intense anxiety and doom. And I was like, okay, this isn't good. Maybe I am one of those people who needs this for life. And I went right back to the doctor. And the doctor was like, yeah, of course. We're just going to get you right back on. And she reinstated me at 20 milligrams of fluoxetine to take that day. So that very day, it was starting to feel really bad and like hazardous. I took that pill, and there was 3 days I took the pill. It was like one evening, the next day, and then the next day. That was a kindling. It had been like maybe 5 months. Let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, it had been 5 months, and I had taken that pill, taken it the next day, and then I like could not get myself to stand up out of bed. I eventually did, but then I could hardly do anything. And I just felt like absolute psychological doom and disaster, and like I was being sentenced to hell. I don't know how else to describe it. It felt like extreme mental torture. I was having a lot of flashbacks, a lot of feelings of guilt and disaster and failure and doom and like terrible anxiety, and I could not see my way out. It was so extreme. I felt condemned. And so that was my kindling. And then I had the flu-like stuff, and I think I talked through my symptoms in my last video, so you know some of what those were. But I had very intense symptoms from that time. And then it was like a crawl from there to healing.